मन लागा मेरा राम फकीर में,
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 मन लागा मेरा राम फकीर में।
जो सुख पावे राम भजन में,
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 सो सुख नहीं अमीरी में,
सो सुख नहीं अमीर में,
सो सुख नहीं अमीरी में, मन लागा मेरा
राम फकीर में, मन लागा मेरा राम फकीर में,
मन लागा मेरा राम फकीर में,
मन लागा मेरा राम फकीर में।
भला बुरा सब का सुन लीजे,
भला बुरा सब का सुन लीजिए,
भला बुरा सब का सुन लीजे,
भला बुरा सब का सुन लीजिए,
कर गुजरान गरीबी में,
कर गुजरान गरीब में,
कर गुजरान गरीबी में, मन लागा मेरा राम फकीर में,
मन लागा मेरा राम फकीर में,
मन लागा मेरा राम फकीर में,
मन लागा मेरा राम फकीर में।
प्रेम नगर में रहनी हमारी,
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 भली बन आई सबूरी में,
भली बनाई सबूरी में,
भली बन आई सबूरी में, मन लागा मेरा राम फकीर में,
मन लागा मेरा राम फकीर में,
मन लागा मेरा राम फकीर में,
मन लागा मेरा राम फकीर में।
हाथ में कुंदी बगल में सोटा,
हाथ में कुंदी बगल में सोता,
हाथ में कुंदी बगल में सोटा,
हाथ में कुंदी बगल में सोता,
चारों दिशा जागीरी में,
चारों दिशा जागीरी में,
चारों दिशा जागीरी में, मन लागा मेरा राम फकीर में, मन लागा मेरा राम फकीरी में, मन
लागा मेरा राम फकीर में।
आखिर यह तन खाक बनेगा,
आखिर यह तन खाक बनेगा,
आखिर यह तन खाक बनेगा,
आखिर यह तन खाक बनेगा।
कहाँ फिरत मगरूरी में,
कहाँ फिरत मगरूरी में,
कहाँ फिरत मगरूरी में, मन लागा मेरा राम फकीरी में, मन
लागा मेरा राम फकीर में,
मन लागा मेरा राम फकीरी में,
मन लागा मेरा राम फकीर में।
कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो,
कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो,
कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो,
कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो।
साहिब मिले सबूरी में,
साहिब मिले सबूरी में,
साहिब मिले सबूरी में, मन लागा मेरा राम फकीरी में,
मन लागा मेरा राम फकीर में,
मन लागा मेरा राम फकीरी में,
मन लागा मेरा राम फकीर में,
मन लागा मेरा राम फकीरी में,
मन लागा मेरा राम फकीर में।
This bhajan is for sannyasis. Fakiri means in abject poverty. That is literal meaning. Abject poverty. In abject poverty means what? I have nothing, I own nothing, and in this case, laga mera Ram. His mind, he has no sense of ownership, no sense of possession, and no desire, and his mind is there in Ram. So not only he has nothing, he also wants nothing, because he has found Ram. So he wants nothing also. And then he tells from the first line, from the first verse, Jo sukh paave Ram bhajan mein, the joy that we get from the bhajan of Ram, worship of Ram, or keeping the mind on Ram, so sukh nahi amiri re, can never get that sukha from any type of worldly possession, any type of wealth, any type of possession of anything in this world. It is sukh that we get from keeping our mind in Ram. That is the idea. Bhala bura sab, and then he tells how to conduct this life, how to live this life. Bhala bura sab ka sun lijye. Walk around in the world, listen to everything good and bad, listen to all sides, because the world will be mixed with good, and some people will say like this and some people will say like that. That is how the world is. So listen to both, sun lijye, then what? Kar guzaran garibi mein, and carry on your life, complete your lifespan by being in abject detachment from all things, total detachment from all things. That garibi also means that, detached from everything. It means I have no sense of ownership of anything. So I am garib. Garib means poor, literally. Then, Prema Nagar mein rahni hamari. I dwell, he says, Kabir Sahib said, I dwell in the city of love. I dwell in the city of love means all he feels is love for Ram. He feels nothing else. I dwell only in the city of love. I feel so much love for the Lord. And bhali bana I saburi me. And in patience, all things come to me. All things happen nicely. Having patience and being in Ram only. Everything is happening perfectly as it is supposed to happen. Haath mein kundi, bagal mein sota. In one hand, a begging bowl, and another hand, staff, a stick. Mahatmas always took stick everywhere, maybe to chase dogs out. Haath mein kundi, bagal mein sota. One hand a begging bowl and one hand a stick. And that is all the possession. Charo disha jagiri mein. And jagiri means like, when I am a landowner, I own this land and I own that property and I own that kind of thing. But now, he has detached from everything and put his mind in Ram, and now everything I own. Everything is mine. The sun and the stars and the moon and the earth and the air and the river and everything is mine. Like that. Charo disha, all sides. And that's now my favorite verse. Number 5. Aakhir yah tana khak banega. Finally, in the end, this body will be turned into ashes. Body will be turned to ashes in the end. In some other religions, they say dust. Same thing. One boy was telling me, asking his mother, is it true that we came from dust and will return to dust? She said, yes, it is true. He said, I just looked under the bed. Either somebody is coming or going. Because under the bed, a lot of dust is there. Aakhir yah tana khak banega. Finally, this body will be turned to ashes. And the next line says, Kaha phirat magaruri. And why so much of abhiman? Why so much of pride? Why so much of holding on to this and holding on to that and trying to prove our point and this and that and trying to outdo others? And because in the end, ashes only. Why so much of ego? That is the idea. Magaruri. Ghamand. कहते कबीर सुनो भाई साधो साहिब मिले सबूरी में. Kabir Sahib says that we'll meet our Paramatma, we'll meet Ram, where? In patience. In patience here means in just being. Just being. Not doing. Just being. In patience, what is the meaning to have patience? You can't do anything, you just have to be, na? So we'll meet our Ram in total patience, total being, like that. Okay. All right. Om sahana bhavatu sahanau bhunaktu sahaviryam karavavahe tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahe. Om shanti shanti shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari. And now our topic for today. Interesting topic. See that? माया मरी नमन मरा. माया मरी नमन मरा. मर मर गए शरीर. मर मर गए
शरीर
आशा तृष्णा न मरी आशा तृष्णा न मरी कह गए दास कबीर कह गए दास कबीर कह गए दास कबीर नर मरे पर माया न मरे मरे पर माया न मरे माया के गुण देख माया के गुण देख कंचन थारी मात की
कंचन थारी मात की
माया विष की रे माया विष की रे माया की रे माया विष की रे माया विष की रे Lakshmana in Ram Gita asked Bhagwan Shri Ram, Kaho Gyan Virag Aru Maya. Tell me what is Gyan, Vairagya and Maya. So he asked the question in this order. Tell me what is Gyan, tell me what is Vairagya, means knowledge, what is dispassion, detachment, and tell me what is Maya. And then the fourth question was, tell me what is Bhakti. And the last question was, tell me the difference between Jiva and Ishvara. Ishvara Jiva Bheda Kahu, Sakala Kaho Prabhu. Guy, it means you tell me the difference between Jiva and Ishvara. So that 5 questions here. But Bhagavan, out of 5 questions, he chooses to answer what is Maya first. You know, it is like that. So many verses. You will see Kabir Sahib saying, Maya is Papini. Papini Maya. All sorts of. Kabir Sahib reserves a lot of bad words for Maya. So, because we, the nature of things is, you know, when you have a difficulty, a challenge, a problem, an obstacle, right? First what we do, we study it, na? That is what all scientists do also. We study the problem, study the obstacle. That, or in warfare, study the enemy. That is why everybody is spying all the time. What they are doing, they are studying the other side. So this Maya is studied by rishis and all nicely. And we have to study Maya, and that's why Bhagavan Ram gives it first. Study Maya. So now, Kabir Sahib says, Maya Mari. Na. And that na, you're seeing that na in there? First na. Maya Mari na. And na mana mara. The na is called as Dehili Deepanyaya, means the na works on both sides. Maya Marina Namana Mara. Maya doesn't die and the mind doesn't die. We go from birth to birth taking this mind with us, with all of its gunas and avagunas. We take from life to life all the gunas and avagunas of the mind. And mar gaye sharir. And body dies again and again and again, and we come, the mind goes in another body, and we come back. Just as we were before. So if there is any change to make, we have to make now. We come back, and if you belong to the Hindu tradition, you come back and you marry the same person also. They say like that, na? And how many times? No. And one Amma was asking me, Swamiji, how do I know? How do I know this is the first time or this is the 7th time, you know? People want to know that only. This is the first time or 7th time. I said, look here. If you hear any wife saying that this man, I can never figure him out, that means that is the first time. And if you hear any wife say, before he even talks, I know what he's thinking. That means that is number 7, correct? Yeah. Before he even talks, I know already. But anyway, we drop this body and go. Mar gaye sharir. But then, see, the products of Maya, and last night I was telling you the products of Maya, and what we call, last night I call as avidya, agyan, avidya, right? From that comes moha, delusion. That delusion comes me and mine. And the moment me and mine comes, well, calm, because, see, there's me and mine, then only calm krodh comes. Because if somebody stole your neighbor's car, you don't get krodh. Because they know me and in fact you might get joy only. Good thing. So when me and mine come, then calm, krodh, lobh, all the other things, matsara and all the jealousy and pride and this and that. Because you don't have pride in somebody's shoes. You have pride in your Crocs only. Or whatever it is. So all these fellows come on the bottom here. So he says, Asha Trishna Namari. And this is interesting because Asha and Trishna are the two extremes of this whole gamut of kama. Kama is like this. Asha in degrees of strength. Asha means hope. Hope is also some desire. I'm hoping that it comes like this. So it's Asha. Next one is called Ichha. And after Ichha I call it Kama. And last is called as Trishna. So when he says here, Asha Trishna Namari, this one doesn't die and this one, then how the middle will die? Ichha and that Kama don't die. So Maya doesn't die, mind doesn't die, this body goes on dying. And the flip side of this also is interesting. In other words, then we should not cry also, because only the body died, everything else remained. That person will come back with everything. Anyway, but I think Kabir Sahib means it on the negative side. What is that? We go on getting death after, and see, he's not saying birth. He's not using the word birth. Death after death after death. Mar gaye sharir. Death after death after death. And Asha Trishna, they don't go. Means all calm, krodh, lobh, matsara, ityadi. None of them go. The verses are lament. So we have to work on our calm, krodh, lobh and all of them. There's a nice line in our bhajan. I'm sure all of you would have heard. What is the first line now? It says, if you want your Trishna to go, जो तू मिटाना चाहे जीवन की तृष्णा, जो तू मिटाना चाहे जीवन की तृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा, जो तू मिटाना चाहे जीवन की तृष्णा, जो तू मिटाना चाहे
जीवन की तृष्णा,
सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा,
सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा,
सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा, सुबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्णा
कृष्ण कृष्ण।
कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की। I tell you a funny joke about Trinidad and Guyana and this bhajan. Because in Trinidad and Guyana, people don't know Hindi. They sing all of these bhajans. And because the two words are very close, Trishna and Krishna, in place of Trishna, they say Krishna. And then the meaning comes out really bad. So I have had to tell so many people, when you say the first line, Jo tu mitana chahe jeevan ki Trishna, Trishna, which is the word which is here. He who wants to remove Trishna from his life, morning, noon and night, you chant Krishna. Yes, that is the meaning of the bhajan. So you have to get that straight. Otherwise, it's those who want to remove Krishna from their life. That is certainly not the meaning of what the poet meant by that. Anyway, so mar gaye sharir, asha trishna na mari. So the way to do the bhajan says is to chant the name of Bhagwan all the time. Now the next one is very interesting. We chanted both of them already. Nar mare par maya na mare. The man dies, the human being dies, but Maya does not die. Then Maya ke guni dekh means see the amazing thing. No, this is for reflection in your spare time. See the amazing quality, trait of Maya. What is this amazing trait of Maya? Kanchan thari mat ki Maya bish ki rek. Means to say, look here. When I was coming into this satsang hall today, right? Outside, I stopped and I picked up one handful of the soil from outside in the garden. And I came here and I gave it to you. Okay, not me, somebody else. Somebody else comes, they pick up a handful of soil from outside and they come and they give to you. Then you will say, what is this? Because you immediately, this thing will dirty my hand, it will dirty my clothes, it will make a mess inside of here. I want to get rid of this thing, isn't it? You don't want a handful of soil from outside. In a satsang. But then mati means the earth, the handful of earth from outside, right? But you know, Kabir Sahib is trying to remind us that gold is no different, because where they got it from? Where we got it from? There only. From the soil, isn't it? They wash out those parts and they take this part. But really, it is amazing how human beings, I could never ever forget this example of this Sethji who is giving free ice cream. See, Sethji is giving free one fellow, he's sleeping on the ground floor of his house like this, right? Sleeping on the ground floor. And right outside his window, there are some children play. I know when children play, they scream and make noise like anything. So they're screaming and making noise right outside his window, and he couldn't bear it. He wanted to sleep. Daytime. Then he looked out his window and he told the children, hey, you all don't know, look down the street there. That's Sethji is giving free ice cream. So then what, all the children? They ran there to get free ice cream. Then, when they were going, they told the other children on the street that Sethji is giving free ice cream. Then the other children told their parents that Sethji is giving free ice cream. Then the parents all at home on their phone only. They WhatsApp the other neighbors and all. Sethji is giving free ice cream. Now everybody on the street is going down that side for what? Free ice cream. Then this fellow heard commotion on the street. Same man who was wanting to sleep. He heard commotion on the street and he saw everybody going that side. So he came out now and he stopped somebody on the street. Where are you all going? You don't know? The Sethji is giving free ice cream over there. He said, really? He also joined that. So he is the one who started the whole rumor, and then he also. The idea is, look here, gold by itself, which is part of the earth, has no value, zero value. If you put puppy chow here and you put gold here and you let the puppy go, which one he'll take? Puppy chow, isn't it? By itself, gold really has no value. We have mined the stuff, brought it out from the mines, and we have given it a value. And after we gave it a value, now we only run after it. That is an amazing thing, huh? And that is what we do for all things in the world. And for a sage, Kabir Sahib, that thing has no value, no worth. But you see, what he's saying in this line is, see the power of Maya. Maya is such that a thing which is worthless, which is just mati, it can make you feel that that thing is so. Yes, the person, I tell you, for gold, they will put Bhagwan aside also. One fellow was passing, and one beggar was passing, and he went to the king's palace. He said, let me stop by this king's palace and beg. Let me see what the king will give. So somebody said, no, you have to wait. The king is praying right now. Wait here, wait. So that man waited, that beggar waited, and he heard the king praying. And in the end, the king was asking Bhagwan for gold and this and that and all the other things, and wealth and riches and all. And then when he was finished praying, the beggar walked out. So the king said, what happened? You walked out, you came to beg now, you didn't beg. Why you walked out? I came to beg from you, but I realized you also are a beggar. You are begging from Bhagwan only. So beggar cannot beg from another beggar. Because the king also doesn't care about Bhagwan, he cares about what Bhagwan can give him. Yes, and that is how the whole world runs. You see? And this is all caused by this wonderful Maya. Maya can make us feel that thing has so much of worth. The last part of that says, Maya vish ki rekh. Maya vish ki rekh means the moment, when you cross over, like how Sita Maya crossed that Lakshman Rekha, then what happened? All trouble. Yes. So Maya is like the moment we cross into Maya, we are gone. We should never ever leave Bhagwan and cross into Maya. That is the idea. Because it is a line of poison. Means we will be poisoned. This is the idea. Huh? And he continues. So many verses. I had to go through so many verses just to pick out these ones, He talks profusely about Maya. On and on, on and on. Like that. That is why Bhagwan Ram gave so much of importance to that also, to study this Maya. See the machinations of Maya. Kabir Maya Papini.
Kabir Maya Papini.
Lobh Bhulaya Lobh. कबीरा इसका यही वियोग कबीरा इसका यही वियोग. Kabir Maya Papini. I told you this just now. Maya is a great papini. Papi. Don't try to translate pap into sin. Just to get a guidance you translate. But the word pap and the word sin, they mean different things. Huh? Right. So they're a very bad and rough translation. So you just what you don't translate, just say pap. No translation. So, and in Sanskrit the words are papa and punya. So use those words, they mean different things. Anyway, so Kabir Sahib says Maya papini. Then lobh bulaya log. Because it causes greed, Greed now means what? I want, and then no stopping off. I want, and I want more and more and more, like that, right? So, because Maya causes lobha, greed, all people forget about Paramatma, forget about spirituality, forget about dharma. Dharma is first sacrifice. All people forget about all such good things, and they only run after all the things we can get in this world. And he says, now the second line. This is an insightful line I have not come across even in Ramcharitmanas. It's so nicely put. See here. He says, Pura kivahu na bhogiya. This means to say, no matter how much we get and how much we enjoy, with our desire for more will never ever end. It will never, we can get, see, I tell you, if we get this whole earth, then we start thinking about Mars. And if we get Mars, then we start thinking about all the other planets and all. Once it is said, Naradji, he was walking and he met a beggar. And the beggar said, oh Narad, please give me something. So Naradji said, but I don't have anything, I cannot give you anything. So he felt bad and he said, okay, I will write you a note and you go to Kuber. Kuber is the treasurer of Swarga. You go to Kuber and on my behalf Kuber will give you something. So now Narad had nothing, and then write note also, the beggar also has nothing, and Narad had nothing. So he wrote on the beggar's hand, signed his name, and the beggar went to Kuber. And he told, look, Narad sent me, please give me something. So Kuber immediately recognized Narad's signature. And he said, yes, sure. And he put his hand in the khazana like that, and he put something in that beggar's bowl. And that beggar looked into his bowl to see what Kuber gave. And when he looked in the bowl, there was nothing. So the beggar told Kuber, but there is nothing. Kuber said, really? He also looked and there was nothing. Okay, I have plenty here, take. And he gave again. And then again both of them looked and there was nothing in that bowl. And Kuber grabbed the bowl from his hand. Let me see that bowl. And he turned it over. And that bowl happened to be a human skull. He said, my dear beggar, you go back and change this bowl and come back. Because no matter how much I put in there, it will never be, nothing will show up, as though he has nothing. So go and change your bowl and come back. So, this human being gets caught up, and no matter how, and globe is the topic here, no matter how much we get, that is not enough. And I'll just show you a simple example for you to think about. Look here. If one man comes and gives you $1 million, right? One man comes and gives you $1 million. And then the next day, he comes and says to you, I have an extra $1 million. One more extra $1 million, and I really have no use for it. You please take it. Do you know if anybody on this earth will say no? You know if anybody on the earth will say no? No. That even if there is an opportunity for that man to give that to the neighbor who has none, he will not tell, give that fellow, he has none. He already got $1 million and he will take the second without thinking second time. This is how human beings are. But now, the last part of this Doha is wonderful. That is what I was mentioning. I have not seen the expressed like this anyway. What he says, Iska yahi biyog. This is a really powerful line. You know what it means? Why human beings always feel alienated in this world. This feeling that I want more, and I want more, and I want more, meaning to say, see, the only reason I will want more is if this thing is not one with me, then I will want it. Nobody ever says, I want my hand. Because my hand is already one with me. So there is no such thing as saying, I want my hand. We can only want something which is not with me. And because I want so many things in this world, I feel I'm so alienated from the world. Everything is separate from me in this world. So this feeling of separation and alienation from Paramatma is caused by this lobe. It is a tremendous thought that Kabir Sahib is giving us to think about. We all feel separated from Bhagwan, separated from the world, separated from other beings, and people suffer all sorts of loneliness and all sorts of things in this world. All because of this Durguna. They call it lobe. That practice of saying, I want this, I want this, I want this, I am reinforcing in me a thought that I am separate from this. I'm separate from that. When in fact and in truth, I am separate from nothing. He said, this itself is Viyog. Viyog means separation. And this separation, which I reinforce in my mind, I'm separate from this thing, separate from that thing. Each time I desire something, I'm reinforcing that thought that I'm separate from that and separate from that. And that thought is what perpetuates my feeling of separation from Paramatma. Because I have practiced very well in developing this feeling of separation. It's an amazing thing. Okay, now see some more. And the nature of the sansar, the nature of the world and all. Kabir Maya Mohini Mangi Mile Nahat.
Kabir Maya Mohini Mangi Mile Nahat.
Mana utari jhoot kari lagi dole saath. Mana utari jhoot kari lagi dole saath. Lagi dole saath. Lagi dole saath. Kabir Maya Mohini Mangi Milay Nahat. This is the simple Hindi kahawat that we hear all the time. What is that? Bina mange moti mile. Mange mile na bhik. Without wanting. This is a true thing in the world. I tell you, I learned this as a child also. In the garden, we used to go to catch butterflies and dragonflies all day. Trying to catch dragonflies and butterflies. All of you who grew up in rural areas and all that kind of thing, like garden, you will know this. And you know, you run after that butterfly and then that fellow goes to the next flower. And again you go there. And then he goes to the next flower. And again you go and each time he keeps going to the next flower. By the end of the day, you plow the whole flower field also. But I tell you, if you just remain silent and be quiet, that butterfly will leave everywhere and he'll come and sit on your... Yeah. But when you keep running after it, that fellow keeps going. So the same sort of sentiment is there. Kabir Maya Mohini. It deludes us. Mangi Mila in Nahat. No matter how much we desire it and run after it and run, it doesn't come in our hand. This world, whatever we're doing like that, it doesn't come in our hand. And mana utari jhoot kari. When I understand it and I know and I think in my mind, oh, it is all Maya only, it's all fickle, it's all useless, it's all ephemeral, it's all passing, it is all worthless. Like that. If I start thinking like that, then what? The next line says, Lagi dole sat. It turns around and comes after me, like the butterfly. He himself turns around and comes after me. In other words, we just leave it alone, it will come. And you know that? Oh, you'll never see anybody prove that like our Puja Gurudev. You turn away from the world and the whole world comes to him. And the one who is running after the world, you know, let me tell you one more thing. Those who are running after the world, you know what we are exchanging for the world? When we are running after this world, we are exchanging our life for the world. So by the time we get it, our life is gone, because I kept exchanging some portion of my life to get from the world. And by the time I really get it and settle down, life also has gone. And that is why Mahatmas really enjoy life. They laugh, laugh, laugh like anything. Keep laughing only. Because he does not exchange his life for anything. He is enjoying life only. Nandati, nandati, nandati. Yogarato va, bhogarato va, sangarato va, sangavihina. Yasya brahmani ramate chittam. Nandati, nandati, nandati eva. He is not bargained away his life, bartered away his life for anything. We keep bartering away, and therefore, now the rule on the Prakriti is the world keeps running from me. Run, run, run. Because it is like Chaya, the next line says. Maya Chaya ekasi birla jane ko. Maya Chaya ekasi birla jane ko. Bhagta ke piche lage sammukh bhage so. Bhagta ke piche lage sammukh bhage so. Sammukh bhage so. Sammukh bhage so. All these teachings of the Upanishads and teaching of Sanatana Dharma, of the Vedas and all of them, they are now being proven every day by science. Science is going deeper and deeper into the universe, and they're telling, when I think I am holding this thing, when I think I am holding this thing, that itself is delusion, science is saying now. I've grabbed this thing, and then based on that now, first the human being does what? I grab it. Then second, it is mine. Two things. Huh? I grab it, and then I say it is mine. But now science is telling, you really cannot grab anything in this world. What is happening there, you know? This at the subatomic level and this at the subatomic level is just some forces pushing against each other, which we are not seeing. The force of this is pushing against the force of this, and then I get somehow mysteriously a sensation that I am holding it. Really, because this is made up of atoms and this is made up of atoms, and atoms don't touch each other. Have you seen it? In a molecule, one atom is here and one atom is there and one atom is there. And atoms cannot touch each other. So if I think I have touched it and I am holding it, that is only some sensation that has resulted from the force acting from this and force, electromagnetic force acting from this and this together, and there's some sensation. It's all delusion only. Tremendous delusion. So he says, Maya Chaya Ekasi. Maya and shadow, they are one and same. Can you ever grab a shadow? Can't grab a shadow, you see. Maya Chaya Ekasi Birla Jane Koi. One rare person understands it. One rare person understands this Maya. Few and far in between. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye. One rare person. But he says now, see, and this is how wonderful. And this topic will come now. See, yesterday we dealt with Guru, today Maya. One topic will come this week because we have many days yet. Bhagata ke piche lage sammukh bhage. So this world runs after the bhakta. This world of Maya runs after the bhakta. And the one who comes face to face with the world and runs after the world, this world runs away. Sammukha bhage soy. It means to say, this thing is there and I come face to face to get it. It runs away. But if I turn around, it will run after me. And only the bhaktas turn around. Because for the bhaktas, the world is worth nothing. For the bhaktas, Bhagwan is worth something. So they turn around from this world and they run after Bhagwan only. And then the world runs after them. So the bhakti topic will come on one of the other days. Let me just see. Now, like Tulsidas ji, he talks about this Maya and its phala. See Tulsidas ji. He's telling in Aranya Kand only. You will know. Ek dushta atisaya dukha rupa Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Jabas Jeeva Parabhava Kupa Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Ek rachai jag gun bas प्रभु प्रेरित निज बल नहीं ताके श्री राम जय जय रामा श्री राम जय जय रामा श्री राम जय जय रामा जय रघुरामा जय रघुरामा Ramachandra ki jai. So there Bhagavan Ram is telling to Lakshmana also that Maya is of two types. Thank God. Thank Bhagavan Ram that Maya is of two types. And I want to tell you something about the nature of the universe also. It is important that we are living in this universe and we have to study the nature of the universe. Huh? So the universe is made up of the pairs of opposites. You know that, right? Huh? A better terminology is complementary pairs. But we are stuck with that pair of opposite thing. But anyway, the universe is made up of these complementary pairs. And necessarily now, I'm telling you, please listen to this. Necessarily, not optionally, if there is a positive charge or negative charge in the atom, there has to be a positive charge. And now, that rule runs throughout the entire universe without fail. There is no exception to the rule. There is only a transcending of the rule. So, we can go beyond the universe to the one Paramatma, the Brahman, but once we are in the realm of the universe, there is no bending of that rule. There is no exception to the rule. That everything is made up of the pairs of opposites. So now, once you have understood the rule, then it will lead to a lot of other wonderful things. And that is, in ordinary life also, if there is going to be a negative charge, there will be a positive charge. And in the same vein, if there is a problem, there is going to be a solution. Please understand this thing. Huh? And also, when anything in this world which has happened, which you think is not good, that thing also has a good side. We have to learn to see that thing. We cannot see it because we don't have full information. Because we don't have full information and we cannot see it, then we lament. But if we had full information, we would have been able to see it. Because the world is made up of the pairs of opposites like this. So if there is a problem, there is a solution. If there is a sorrow, there is a joy. Means if there is something bad which has happened, there is something good in that same thing which we call as bad. And also the opposite. If there is something good which has happened, there is also something bad you have to see. Like for example, any worldly joy, I just told you, you have paid for it with a piece of your life. But we don't see that. Any worldly joy, I have paid for it with a piece of my life. So you may think it is good and it's joy and all that kind of thing. But it has cost me a piece of my life. That part we don't see. Because we freely barter away our life. But sages don't do this. So anyway, now there is this Maya also is characterized now by two parts. And there, Bhagavan Ram is calling Vidya Maya and Avidya Maya. The same world, this world, which binds me because of all the objects and all, it is this same world which has Upanishads, which has gurus, which has sampradayas, which has teaching, which has Sanskrit, which has all the great, great Mahatmas who have come to teach. The same world. So the same Maya has all the things that bind me, and the same Maya has all the things that can free me. Both are in the same world, and in two different worlds. So Kabir Sahib is saying that Maya aisi ru khadi do phala ki data. Oh, we didn't chant this one yet, huh? Now see. Maya aisi ru khadi do phal ki data.
Maya aisi ru khadi do phal ki data.
खावत खर्चत मुक्ति भय कंचन नरक दुआर. खावत खर्चत मुक्ति भय कंचन नरक दुआर. कबीरा कंचन नरक दुआर. कबीरा कंचन नरक द्वार. Maya aisi ru khadi do phal ki datar. This Maya gives two types of, or it has two aspects of it. Maya is like a tree and it gives two types of fruits. That is the literal meaning. Maya is like a tree and it gives two types of fruits. And the next verse also, I should have chanted it one time. Maya doy prakar ki jo koi jane kha. Maya doy prakar ki jo ko jane kha. Ek milave Ram ko ek narak le jaye. Ek milave Ram ko ek narak le jaye. Kabira ek narak le jaye. Kabira ek narak le jaye. So we should read it from the bottom one first. That very much in line with Ramayana also. Maya do prakar ki. There are two types of Maya. So now what Bhagavan Ram was saying there to Lakshmana, one is called as Vidya Maya and the other is called as Avidya Maya. See the difference, you know. Jo koi jane khai. Ek milave Ram ko. One part of Maya takes us to Ram. And the other part of Maya, ek narak le jaye. And the other, now you could just see. Avidya will take us to Narak and Vidya will take us to Ram only. So the universe in which we are living is like this. It is made up of these two, and it in one doha in the Ramcharitmana Tulsidas, she says, Sant Hamsa Payagahi Guna. That the Sant is the one who from the water and milk, he can take out that milk and leave that water. So from this world, which is mixed with water and milk, the real sadhak is the one who learns the art of taking out the milk and leaving the water. And that is done by Vivek Tulsidas. He says, Vivek. We have to be able to discriminate what is proper and what is improper. And so many nice verses like that in Ramcharitmanas. Bhagwan Ram says, Bharat was born like that. Bharata Hamsa, Bharata Hams he calls. Bharat is the Hamsa. Raghubansa Taraga. Janamikina Guna Dosha Vibhaga. City line. Bharata Hamsa Ravibansa Taraga. Janamikina Guna Dosha Vibhaga. From birth, Bharat could differentiate Guna and Dosh. And we live lifetime, and we still cannot separate those two. So to separate the two now, this Maya is mixed like this, so nicely. He tells at another place. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Kahi Vedaiti, Kahi Vedaiti, Has Purana, Vidhi Prapancha Guna Avaguna Sana.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama.
He uses a very nice word. For those of you who were brought up in Trinidad and Guyana and all, you will know this word. Long ago, a very favorite food item in those places is what they used to cook: chawal and dal. And then we have nice, really wonderful species of spinach, bhaji. Aha. And we grew up using that word. Will you sane that? Huh? You get these three of them and you? Now let me ask you a question. When you get this rice and this dal and this spinach and you sane that thing, and can you ever separate the three after that? This is a really wonderful word in Hindi. Sanna. Sanna means to mix that thing well. So Tulsidas ji is telling in that line in Balkandevi. He says, Kahi Ved, the Vedas say, Kahi Veda Itihasa Puran. All the scriptures say, what they say? Vidhi Prapancha, this Prapancha, this whole Vidhi Prapancha, Guna, Avaguna, Sana. Every atom. Can you ever separate the electron from the atom? No. So Vidhi Prapancha Guna Avaguna Sana, like that. He made it like that. So now, what a discerning intellect all of us need on this spiritual path to really separate this thing which is so intricately mixed up. Guna and Avaguna. So like that Kabir Sahib is saying, this Maya has these two sides. And we have to separate this side that will take me to Narak and leave it. And take the other side which will take me to Ram. This is the idea. Huh? Maya aisi ru khadi is such a tree that do phalaki datar. It gives two types of fruits. And see, this is now the means. Just now you are telling, that I have our guna and I have guna. So the means is like this. This second line is very nice. Khavat kharachata mukti bhay, that all the things I get from this Maya, if I use it to do sadhana, to do charity, to do seva, to do loka sangraha, if I use all the things I get in this Maya to do those things, then mukti bhai. I will get mukti. And from the same Maya, all the things that I get, sanchata naraka duar. I mean, I take it and I keep it. I hoard it and I keep it for myself. Then what? I'll reach the door of narak. This is the idea. So now in the same Maya, I get so many things in my life. If I use those things for promotion of dharma and promotion of doing seva and doing all the other things, then I get mukti. And if I get those things and I keep it, then he says, I reach the door of narak only. And now the last one. Let me see how much time I have. Yes, last one. See that? भूले थे संसार में, भूले थे संसार में, माया के संग माया के संग सतगुरु राह बताइया, सतगुरु राह बताइया, तेरी मिलती ही जा, तेरी मिलती ही जा, तेरी मिलती ही जा, तेरी मिलती ही जा. This is for all people who have found a guru in life. He says, Bhule the sansar mein. I came in this sansar and I totally forgot this Maya sansar. I came and I totally forgot all about myself. I forgot about Paramatma. Maya ke sang I got mixed up really nicely in this Maya. Got caught up, got overwhelmed, got so sidetracked so nicely in the Maya. So I came in this world and got so sidetracked by Maya and went into a different course and went on and on and on. And then what? Satguru Raha Bataiya. But I met some guru and that guru explained to me nicely. I met some teacher and Pheri Mile Tijai. And I have come back to the path of Paramatma, or I have come back to Paramatma because I met that guru and he saved me from this Maya. Otherwise, when I came in here, I saw so many nice Ati Vichitra Vishayaha, means all the most wonderful objects of this world, and I went running everywhere, and I reached everywhere also. And like that. But thank God to that guru who I met, and he explained the things to me. He showed me the path, and therefore I am back on the path. Not only that, Phirimile Tijai. I have come to, how Kabir Sahib is telling, to realize my own self, like that. So it is very important, and for all these parents who are here and who have introduced your children to gurus and all of that thing, so wonderful, commendable. Huh? Very good. Okay, now I will stop and then I will tell a few words about today's. Today is a very special day. See, earlier in last year when I was here, I told, okay, that Dev and Gina have gone, and now to fill in a little bit, I will come twice this year. I said like that, right? I said I'll come twice in 2025. And then that time itself, G and all of you were talking, what we'll do? We'll do Kabir Bani. Like that. Little did we know that it will fall right in Kabir Jayanti. Today is Kabir Jayanti day. So this thing fell just in the right time. All right, so I think it's a very divine sign.
Thank you, Swami Ji, for a wonderful lecture. And whenever Swamiji talks, maybe an hour and a half, but it feels like minutes. Time just flies in his presence. So it's always a delight. Thank you so much. I'm still trying to figure out what number of marriage we're on, though. We'll see. Okay, we have a few announcements. If we can get the slide up for the workshop. Okay, perfect. So Swamiji is doing a workshop in Scarborough this Saturday, 10 to 12, cultivating Vedantic values in an age of instant gratification. So a very relevant topic to all of us and our youngsters as well. Please do your best to attend. And there is a website here. If you want to take a picture, you can register for that. And as Swamiji mentioned, it's a very special day today, and we have prasad as well for everyone for Kabir Jayanti, so please do not leave without taking prasad. We are having Q&A with Swamiji as well in the dining hall after we have Aarti, and of course the lecture continues throughout the week at 7 p.m. We start with Preeti Bhoj, so you can come straight from work. We don't have to worry about dinner, and then we get to enjoy. So please continue to join us. So right now I'd like to call up the sponsors, and we will do Aarti. And then following that, please enjoy your prasad, and we will see you in the dining hall for Q&A. Thank you.
Okay, so since we saw so much Kabir Sahib speaking about Guru yesterday, we are doing, throughout the week also we'll do Guru Aarti. Huh? All right. We want to say a very special thank you to two musicians who came to sing first today. Can stand here and do Aarti from right here. Aarti Shri Chinmaya Sadguru ki Divya Rupa Murati Karuna ki Aarti Sadguru ki Charanon mein unke shanti samaye शरणागत की भ्रांति
मिटाए
पाप ताप संताप हरण की आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की आरती सद्गुरु की वेद उपनिषद गीता को गाया धर्म सनातन फिर से जगाया शुद्ध नीति प्रीति शंकर की आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की आरती सद्गुरु की सिद्ध बारिकी तपोभूमि में नित्य विराजे गुरु हमारे भक्त हृदय आनंद स्रोत की आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की आरती सद्गुरु की आरती सद्गुरु की आरती सद्गुरु की ओम गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव ओम गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम। बोले सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय, कबीर साहिब की जय। नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महा